lived a young couple named Della and Jim.
Will you buy my hair?
Let it down.
The heavy braid fell. The woman examined it.
$20.
Take it quick. I sold my hair to buy your gift. It'll grow back. Say Merry Christmas.
Hello, friends! As you saw, in this lesson, we are going to create a full-length video together. It will be a long video with great lip sync, made in the style of 1950s movies. To do this, we will write the story with Grok, create the images using Nano Banana, and put the final video together with Grok. I have put all the prompts in a Google Doc for you. You can find the link in the description below to easily access all the course files. Let's dive in. Our first step is to generate a solid list, so I'm using the prompt, "Give me the top 10 American short stories." I'll head over to the Grok website, double-check that we're running the Grok 4.1 model for the best results, and paste our query to see what it recommends. From the list, I'm choosing The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry as our example. Next, I'll use a specific prompt to ask the AI to write a full version of this story in exactly 500 words. I chose 500 words because it takes approximately about 3 minutes to speak. According to the Word Counter website, a 500-word text usually takes about 2 minutes and 47 seconds of speaking time. Keep that side in mind because we will use it again later. In my prompt, I will ask the AI for more than just the word count. I'll ask for deep emotions, great storytelling, and a clear introduction and conclusion. I also want it to be in a natural, spoken style that is easy to understand. Now I'll enter the prompt and click Generate to create the story. As you can see, the story is ready, but the layout is still messy. It is hard to tell who is speaking, the narrator, Della, Jim, or Madame Sofroni. To fix this, I will ask Grok to format the story for a YouTube video. I will make sure each part, for the narrator or the characters, is no longer than 20 words. Why 20 words? Because Grok creates 6-second videos, and 20 words take about 6 seconds to speak. This keeps everything professional and perfectly timed. By the way, how do you sync your narration with your video? Please share your techniques in the comments. I read every comment and love learning from your experiences. Now, let's give Grok the prompt and see the results. Now that our story is ready, let's use Word Counter to check the reading time for each part. I'm going to copy the text, go to the website, and paste it. My first part shows 8 seconds of speaking time. That's only 2 seconds more than our 6-second goal. But don't worry, an extra second or 2 is perfectly fine. Even if your script needs more time, I'll show you a great solution later so you can create exactly what you want. I also checked the longer sections and they were all 8 seconds or less. This means if we turn each part into a scene, none of them will be too long. One very important tip: spend enough time on your script and make it high quality before you start the video. The better your story, the better your final video will be. For example, I combined these 3 lines for Della into one section. I did the same for Jim's lines too. To make things easy, I put the full story in the Story tab and made the names bold so you can follow along easily. To download the text, I go to the File menu and choose Download. Then I select Plain Text. In the Download window, I pick Current tab and click Export to save the file. Now, let's start creating the characters. In my prompt, I asked Grok to read the story and write a detailed prompt for AI image generators. I included 2 important rules. All characters must be full body, wearing worn-out clothes, have a white background, and be in a wide format. For Della, I only asked for the version with long hair because I will make her short hair later using Nano Banana. Finally, I asked for a 1950s cinematic style. Now I just go to the Grok website, drag and drop the story file that I downloaded before, enter the prompt, and click Generate. Great, my character prompts are all ready. Sometimes Grok suggests images for ideas, but we don't need them right now. Let's start with Della's prompt. I'll copy the text and open Gemini. First, I click Create Image and paste the prompt into the box. I make sure the model is set to thinking, and then I click Generate to create the image.
Now I'll do the same thing for Jim and Madame Sofroni. Madame Sofroni's image has some extra items in the background that don't belong there. I'm going to ask the AI to remove those objects and use a simple white background instead. They look great! Now I will download these images to use later. I'm clicking the download icon for each one and saving them with their names so we can move to the next step. Friends, we have now reached the main and most difficult prompt of this tutorial. Don't worry, I'm just joking. It is a long prompt, but it is not hard. Let's look at what we are asking Grok to do step by step. First, I gave Grok a role. You are a professional film director who is an expert in visual storytelling. Then I told it to read the whole story and wait until I gave it each part. These were the instructions I gave. Read and look at the text carefully. Create a high-quality prompt for AI images in a 1950s movie style. It must be in color. I made sure to say no black and white. For the video prompt, I asked it to focus on camera movement and 1950s colors. Finally, I set a few important rules. The AI should not create any images or videos itself. It should not move to the next scene until I give it the text. It must give a separate image prompt and video prompt. If I give many scenes at once, it should answer each one with a number. It must keep everything consistent, so the characters and locations look the same. Now it is time to give this prompt and the story file to Grok and see what happens. Now I'm going back to my story file. I'll copy the narrator's text and paste it into Grok to see which image and video prompts it gives me.
Now I'll copy the image prompt. In this scene, both Della and Jim are present. To keep the characters looking the same, we need to give photos of both of them to Nano Banana as reference images. I've already attached their photos here. I'm selecting Create Images from the Tools menu to activate Nano Banana. Finally, I'll paste the prompt and click Generate to create our image. This turned out really great. It looks amazing for a first attempt, and I don't think we need to try again. Now it is time to turn this photo into a video. First, I click the copy icon to copy the image, then I go to the Grok website and use the Imagine section. Before we start, let's check a few important settings. First, make sure video generation is active, not image generation. Second, set the aspect ratio to landscape. Finally, go to your profile, then Settings, Behavior, and turn off Enable Automatic Video Generation. Now everything is ready. I go to the prompt box and paste the Nano Banana image I copied. It leads us to a new page, so I return to the chat, copy the video prompt, and paste it there. Finally, I click Make Video and wait for the video to be ready. The output looks great. Now, let's move to the next scene. My strategy for this part is to combine the two sentences about Della into one shared scene. I'll copy the sentences to get the prompts ready. Once the prompts are ready, I prefer to open a new chat to create the image. Why? Because I don't want the old chat history to confuse the AI or affect the new results. In the new chat, I'll paste the prompt, upload Della's photo as a reference image, and click Generate with Nano Banana. Next, just like before, I copy the photo and enter Imagine. I click back. This time, I go to the Favorites section on the left side of the prompt box. In this area, I can see all my previous work to make the process easier. I paste the photo, copy the video prompt from Grok, and put it in the box. Then I click Make Video. Look, the result is truly great. I will create Jim's scene using this same method. Since there is nothing new to show, I will skip it. Now, let's move to the main challenge of this session. Are you ready? Watch closely, because this part gets a bit more technical. For the next scene, we need to animate 3 specific actions. Della counts her money, talks to herself, and finally cries. Our goal is to make these 3 actions look smooth and perfectly connected. If we succeed, our video will last longer than 6 seconds. First, take the first 2 lines and ask Grok for an image and video prompt. Next, go to Nano Banana, create Della's image, and use the video prompt to turn that photo into a video. Now here is the golden tip. We want to connect this scene to the crying part, so it looks like one continuous film. To do this, pause the video in Grok Imagine and drag the progress bar to the very last second. Right-click on that last frame and select Copy Video Frame. The trick for expanding the video is simple. The last frame of the first video becomes the first frame of the second video. This method connects 2 6-second videos to create one smooth 12-second result. Go back to the previous page and paste the frame you copied. For the prompt, only add the part where Della cries from the 3rd line and click Make Video. Why did I skip the Grok prompt this time? Because a simple cry does not need a complex prompt. Always remember this professional rule. Never leave 100% of the work to the AI. Use its help, but remember that the best solution is often simpler than you think. The video is ready. I combined the 2 clips. Let's watch the result. Look at that.
We finally discovered the secret for long videos. Now, apply this method every time you need to create a video longer than 6 seconds. What do you think? Smash the like button if this helped. If you are new, subscribe and ring the bell to follow this series. Also, comment below. Have you ever created a video longer than 6 seconds with Grok? Share your method. Let's move to the next scene. Notice this one small problem. The clothes keep changing. To fix this, I add this instruction to Nano Banana. Keep all image attributes, including clothing. Ignore clothing details in the prompt below. Then I paste the Grok prompt and click Generate. I don't like this photo. Let's click Redo and try again. This one looks great. I'll copy it. Just like before, I send the photo to Grok Imagine and use the video prompt to create the scene. The video is ready. In the story, the character runs to the door, but here she only walks and stops. I want her to open the door and step outside. To do this, move the video to the last second and select Copy Video Frame. Go back to Favorite, paste the image, and write, "She opens the door and goes outside. The weather is snowing." The result looks great, but the ending doesn't fit the mood. Don't worry, we will cut that last part and keep only the door opening. Now, let's move to the next scene. We will review the steps quickly to refresh your memory. Look at the screen. Nano Banana shows Della with her back to the shop, but we need her to face the entrance. To change this, I type a back view of Della that she is in front of the store, and press Enter to fix it.
Excellent. Now the photo is ready. To turn it into a video, we send it to Grok and use a simple prompt to create a video of Della running toward the shop door. Since the next scenes are not technically difficult, I will only show the final result of each part so you can see the outcome. Here is a very important tip. For the conversations between Della and Madame Sofroni, I used only 2 base photos and just changed the video prompt to match each scene, so you do not need to create a new photo for every line of dialogue. We skip the scenes until we reach the sensitive part where Jim enters with snow on his shoulders and opens the door. I use the same method in Nano Banana to get the output. I want only Jim in this shot, so I type Remove Woman. Look at the result. The woman is gone. The editing in Nano Banana is amazing. It removes the subject without losing quality. Next, I need a shot of the closed door. I give the command, close the door and remove the man. It removes the man and closes the door perfectly. Download the photos from this section. Now let's face the main challenge. I want the first shot to show a closed door. In the next shot, the man opens the door. This requires a start frame and an end frame. Grok does not support this yet, so use Google Flow. Log into the site to get 200 AI credits for VO. I have 1,000 credits because I use a pro account. Each request costs 20 credits. A regular account only gives you 10 tries, so be careful. If you run out, sign up with a new email for 200 more credits. Let's start the work. Click on New Project and choose Frame to Video from Text to Video. Click the plus icon and upload the first photo as the start frame. Do the same for the second photo as the end frame. Follow this tip to save credits. Set Output per Prompt to 1. Set the aspect ratio to landscape. Select VO 3.1 Fast as the model. In the prompt box, type "He enters the home" and press Enter. The result looks excellent and very clean. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this VO output. Tell me in the comments, VO or Grok video, which one do you prefer? Which one performed better? I have explained the basics and the main challenges. Build the rest of the scenes using these same steps. Finish the project on your own to practice your skills. Send your results to us through Telegram. We will post your work on our channel with your name. Find our Telegram ID in the description. Now, let's start the voiceover production. I tell the AI to act like a professional narrator. I ask it to create a voice that works perfectly with AI voiceover generators, TTS. I also request the result in a JSON format. In the JSON structure, I specified that for each part of the story, it should include the line number, the speaker, Della, Jim, Madame Sofroni, or narrator, the narration text, which must be exactly like the original story without any changes, and the narration tone. The tone describes the emotions and the speed of the voice. This helps us create a better sound. Now I attach the story file and paste the prompt. I click the Generate button to get the output from Grok. Look at the screen. The system assigns a specific narration tone to every line. This tells the TTS tool exactly how to speak each part. In the JSON file, the last line is number 38. To verify this, I return to the Google Doc and count the lines. It has exactly 38 lines. Grok worked perfectly. I copy the JSON output and save it as a text file. Attach the file again. Use this prompt to get a JSON output for each speaker. Click Generate and wait for the result. As you can see, it has generated separate JSON files for every speaker in the story. I start with the narrator. Copy the JSON file and visit aistudio.google.com. Click on Turn Text into Audio with Gemini. Set the mode to single speaker and select the Gemini 2.5 Flash Preview TTS model. Choose a voice like Aljiba for the narrator and paste the JSON text. Next, adjust the reading style. Enter this prompt in the style instructions. Based on the provided JSON file, you must read each narration text using the corresponding narration tone specified for it. Click Run to process the audio. After the voice is ready, make sure to listen to the entire file and check it. Sometimes the AI misses a few words or sentences. Since I checked it before and I am sure it is complete, I click on the 3 dots and download the file. I repeat exactly the same steps for Della. I choose Sulafat from the list of voices, click Run, and download it after it is produced. I perform the same process for Madame Sofroni and Jim so that all character voices are ready. Now it is time to combine the voices to create the full narration for the video. You must follow the story text exactly. See when each speaker has a dialogue, cut the voices, and place them in the correct spots. To save time, I will skip this stage and show you the final result directly. Finally, I click on Export to get the final file. Now it is time to join the scene-by-scene videos we generated earlier to finish our final video. I have already downloaded the files and put them here. First, I add the narration voice to the project and start aligning the video with the narration. For example, in the first scene, the voice and video must be perfectly aligned. But right now, the voice is ahead of the video, and we don't have enough images for the rest of the sound. We have 2 options here. Either slow down the video a little bit so the audience doesn't notice to match the narration, or use the golden tip we learned at the start of the video to extend the video's time. I chose the second option because I think it looks more professional. To do this, I go to the Favorites section on the Grok website, select the video, and extend it using that same golden tip. Only this time, I don't write any prompt in the prompt box. I let Grok use its own style to make the video longer. I think the output is excellent. Now I download the video and add it to the previous part. This time, the video is even longer than the narration, so I can easily cut the end of the second video to align it perfectly. I repeat this for the rest of the scenes so that all of them are perfectly synchronized with the narration. If you remember, I only generated the videos up to the middle of the story and left the rest as an exercise for you. Because of that, I will cut and remove the extra parts of the narration that we don't need right now. Now we have reached the last stage, which is lip-syncing the video. I add the video we exported earlier back to the project and go to the scenes that need lip reading. For example, this part where Della says,
$1.87.
I select it separately and export it. Then I bring that same part back into the project and extract the audio, so the sound and video are separated. Now I go to Export. If you are using CapCut, make sure to check the Video box to get the video separately, and the Music box to get the sound as a separate file. Finally, I click Export to prepare the audio and video files. Next, I go to the Dreamface website. I hold the mouse over the Lips icon and choose Avatar Video from the menu. Here, I import the video that I want to be lip-synced. From the Audio tab, I upload the separate voice that we exported earlier. Finally, I click Generate and wait for the lip sync to process. The video is ready. Let's see the result. It started the lip sync a little late, but overall it is acceptable. We only have one big problem, the Dreamface watermark on the image. To fix it, I first download the video and then go to the Magic Eraser website. From the video tools, I choose the Video Watermark Remover option. I upload the video, select the watermark area, and click Remove Now to delete it, then wait for the processing to finish. By the way, do you know any other tools for removing watermarks or for the other steps we perform together? I would be very happy if you write them for us in the comments and share your experience with others so we can all learn about new tools together. Excellent! Now the video is completely clean.
I downloaded it and replaced the previous video in the project. I repeated this for all the scenes that needed lip sync. Now I click Export and let's go watch the final result together.
Once upon a Christmas Eve, in a little flat that rent was $8 a week, lived a young couple named Della and Jim. They had almost nothing except two treasures. Della's hair, long, rippling, shining like brown waterfalls, and Jim's gold watch, handed down from his father and grandfather. Christmas was tomorrow. Della counted her savings on the table.
$1.87.
She bit her lip, tears rising. It wasn't enough, not for the gift Jim deserved. She looked in the mirror, lifted her glorious hair, then suddenly ran out the door. Down the street she hurried to the sign that read, Madame Sofroni, hair goods of all kinds.
Will you buy my hair?
Let it down.
The heavy braid fell. The woman examined it.
$20.
Take it quick.
Scissors flashed. The beautiful hair was gone. Della now looked like a schoolboy, curls barely brushing her ears. But she had $21.87 in her hand and fire in her heart. She searched every shop until she found it, a platinum watch chain, simple, elegant, perfect. $21 exactly. She flew home, curled her short hair as best she could, and waited. 7 o'clock. The door opened. Jim stepped in, snow on his shoulders. He looked at Della and froze. His eyes wide, lips parted. He couldn't speak.
Jim, darling, don't stare like that. I sold my hair to buy your gift. It'll grow back. Say Merry Christmas.